Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the All Kings podcast. I am your host, Corbin, with my co-host, Tate. And today we have on the Royal Clubbers.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for the clap.
Ooh, we like that.
Little golf clap. That'd be cordial.
It seems as if we almost have the whole entire team here. We have the artist and the co-founder, Luciana.
Oh, hi, yes.
We also have... Yes. We have the co-founder and CEO, Jennifer, and the other co-founder and COO, Nick. It's nice to host you all, and we've heard many great things about you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're super excited to be here, guys. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I'd also like to say shout out to Richter. He put us on, you guys.
Yes, Richter D.
Love Richter. He's so good.
Yes.
Can I just say, every time we do a Spaces or an interview, everybody knows Richter.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's like, where's Waldo?
It's like, where's Waldo, isn't it?
DJ
in every
Richter.
picture.
It's like having Santa Claus on your team.
He is, he's the DJ for Hedera, I'd say.
Yeah.
Probably. Not
He's
officially,
amazing.
But
Yeah,
He's amazing. He plays really good tracks.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
he does.
Yeah.
Well, for the people who
We're going to see
people who don't know you guys, let's get some background information. Who are you all?
Luch, do you want to start?
I'm Luciana. I've got to speak about myself again.
I know.
We have this whole thing. This is me being British. So then Jen's like, you really need to talk about yourself.
Right. And I'm an American actress, so I can talk about myself for days.
So I don't want to sit here and go, oh, I've done this and I've done that, I've done this, because I hate it. So I always let Jen do it. So you go, you introduce me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Luciana, and she is 9-time #1 Billboard Dance Chart artist, known as the Queen of Electro. And she's also an amazing mixed media artist. She's been doing that since before she became a recording artist, and was supposed to go to the Putney School of Art in London, and then she got a record deal. Darn.
And she's had 5 record deals, actually. Have you 5 big record deals?
I've had 5 record deals. That's actually amazing, isn't it?
It's nearly as many as Thanos' rings. Sorry.
Whose rings?
Thanos.
Who's Thanos?
Oh, people, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know, Nick. Yeah, there you go.
Like totally lost in translation. Like your Greek lover.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't a Greek lover. He's in Marvel.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Anyway.
So she's exhibiting in London, New York, LA, Miami. Art Basel, T.I. the rapper, fell in love with her Basquiat piece, and it's hanging in his house.
And it's very big. It's 4 foot by 8 foot, so that's fabulous.
Yeah. Anything else you want me to say about yourself?
I've just.
I got it down.
That's good.
Because she doesn't ever want to talk about
That's actually
herself.
really good. That's actually really good. Thank you for that introduction.
So
I just want to say she is the voice of dance. If you know, if you like dance music for the past 20 years, Luciana's been one of those people that have been on many, many songs. She's got the Tiesto, Hardwell, Kashmir, Bass Jackers, written for Britney Spears. I mean, she's been everywhere. I mean, she's been everywhere.
I'm nervously drinking my water.
Her art, if you know anything about her art, is pretty amazing. And I think that she's always seen her music in visual terms. All of her lyrics all of her songs have been pictures. You know, like if you know the song, I like that. I like the Gucci Gucci. I like the dollar bill. You want to throw the paint. I want to throw the paint. It's always a picture. So I think that you think visually, don't you?
I do. And I really got to learn to start speaking about myself. So I want to thank you both for that fabulous introduction.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
You know,
I'm going to take a bow after that.
She's pretending to be modest because afterwards she's going to say, you missed out this.
Oh, you missed out this.
We'll hear it after. And then we lock her back in the closet to do the NFTs.
They do. They keep me over there in the studio, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing?
Get the gimp.
We wheel her out on the trolley for this.
Get the gimp.
Get the gimp. And then they give me a little sandwich, and then they tell me again.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I'm Jennifer DeRogi, and I am an actress, writer, producer, and I've been on a bunch of TV shows and and in a lot of films.
She's actually on Netflix as we speak.
Yes, I just had a film come out on Hulu and Netflix, or what was it? Hulu and Lifetime. Yeah. I've been an actress, writer, producer for about 20 years. I was also a style and beauty expert. Used to make over a lot of celebrities until they got on my nerves. Sorry. I have Tourette's also, by the way. Things just come out of my mouth. Probably they shouldn't. Well, I shouldn't have said that.
That's quite funny though.
No, it's true though. I mean, I'm not lying.
But it's real.
And then I wrote a show called Don't Be a Dick with South Park, with the executive producer and supervising producer of South Park, which was a great experience. And I think when you say to somebody, don't be a dick, it doesn't matter who they are, they get it. You get what that means.
Specific your mom.
Yeah. My mom doesn't ever like that when I say it to her, but she gets it. She gets it. And then these guys, it's so awful. She's going to hate my guts for that one. And then these guys created 50 moving pieces of art that were a take on the song 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, and they called it 50 Ways to Be a Clubber. And then it was so fascinating to see, and I went, guys, I have an idea, let's do 10,000. And off we went. That was like almost 2 years ago.
Wow.
And we still haven't launched yet because we had then attached an individual pieces of music to each of those NFTs, which hasn't been done before, and that these guys created. And then we were going to launch at the end of June, and the market went to shit, as everybody knows. And so then we met Richter. Richter stepped in, and then we had a collection called Full House that we were going to launch on LimeWire, and she was going to be the featured artist on LimeWire. And we decided not to do that because it wasn't good.
Yeah.
LimeWire just listened to it. Things didn't go well there.
It wasn't as robust as we wanted it to be.
So, and her art was too good for that. So then Richter suggested that we change the name and call it Royal Clubbers. And here we are. And
it didn't just change the name, did it? It was like the opening night of the party.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. So it was basically like Clubbers, everybody knows opening night of the club. Well, the premiere party of the opening night of the club is the Royal Clubbers celebrity-studded event, private event, and then the birth of Royal Clubbers came about. And the collection is $3,999 with 18 moving digital art collectibles as well. And it's your membership card into the Clubbers collection.
Each card has an icon or celebrity that you'll know from music or art or fashion, because Luciana's always been fascinated by icons. So we thought if we make that kind of celebrity edition as the opening night for Royal Clubbers, but the main Clubbers collection is a kind of a reflection of all of the people and all the faces that we've seen in clubs over the past.
Yeah, we've done a lot of shows.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And also, Jen hasn't said that she gets a lot of fan mail from prisoners.
We found that out yesterday.
We were going to save that as a bonus track for the end of the show.
You literally found this out.
It's honest to God truth.
Wow.
When you get the mail, when it says cell block, whatever on it, and I'm like, you know what? They got nothing better to do. Send a signed picture and off it goes. That's it.
I just got
Jeff Rogen.
Yeah. That's funny because I just got a phone call the other day from a local county jail, and some guy was trying to call me, and I picked up the phone. I didn't know who he was, and I think he was just trying to get a hold of somebody else, but he just wasted his one call. He wasted his one call on me, and I felt so bad.
Oh, bless. Yeah. I'm really sorry, man. You don't mean to get me.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, poor guy.
Really
no kidding. So what is the mint price of the collection?
Well, we haven't set the mint price yet, but it's going to be around 50. It's going to be around $50. Obviously, we're launching on Hedera. We were originally going to launch on Ethereum, and when we met Richter, we got rugged really bad twice, and we were, really like a lot of money. Yeah, and we met. When we met Richter, and he was our community manager for a while, and we just loved him so much. And then he introduced us to Local Lizards and to Chief and some other people in the Hedera community. And we were just blown away at how amazing the Hedera community is. And honestly, that people mean what they say, and they really care about every project and so supportive. We were like, I mean, we live in Hollywood. We're like, this can't be true. You know what I mean?
Something's going to happen. But they've been so amazing, so kind.
Amazing.
And like I said,
seriously.
definitely following through with everything that they're suggesting and being just helpful. So it's been so beautiful for us, especially after we got around.
And we're super excited because we're like, you know what? We feel like we're bringing something to, you know, the community. And we're all about like, we do the work. We don't have like, she actually does the art. Like we're in it 7 days a week, all of us doing everything. And we have an amazing coding genius named Scott Wheeler, who has, you know, been in Hollywood for a long time and done a ton of stuff too. And so we're just really fortunate that, you know, we all found something that for as hard as it is, you guys know, being in this business, we're in this for the long haul. And so we're super excited about it. Nicholas, would you like to introduce yourself?
I was going to say, am I not going to get an introduction?
Well,
the best for last.
Comment. It's question.
He said the best till last, you say.
So I'm the brains of the bunch.
Okay.
No. My name is Nick Clow. I'm a recording artist and writer, producer. And I've been making music for over 25 years. I've written every song with Luciana that she's done. And I've worked for a ton of other artists. I've had number ones in Canada, actually. With a song called I Love America, which is weird. I don't know how that happened. But I kind of saw the CryptoPunks a couple of years ago, and I kind of missed out on the whole kind of crypto thing. You know, I had a lot of friends saying to me, hey, you need to jump on crypto. And I was like, you know, and then like I saw what happened and I thought, you know what? It's nothing worse than trying to play catch up on something which you kind of missed the boat on, you know, like it just, so when I saw CryptoPunks, I was like, what is this? This feels exciting. It feels revolutionary. It feels kind of like new, fresh, and a bit you to kind of big, you know, to the establishment. And I was like, this is great. And then it took me about a week to figure out what a MetaMask wallet was, like everybody, my seed phrase. But then we kind of fell in love with this whole idea of connecting directly with your peer-to-peer, with community, you know, with people that like your music, people that like your art, getting instant feedback. As a musician, when you deal with record companies, all your ideas are watered down and filtered down, and then they take all of your money, you know. So like suddenly having this opportunity to kind of felt like rebellious. And I think that, you know, that we should always kind of keep a rebellious heart. We should always be pursuing something that's exciting and new. I think that's the challenge of being alive, right? So we kind of started developing this art. We saw a lot of, you know, when like a year and a half ago, you know, everyone was minting stuff, and now that things have kind of last year being so difficult, I think that people are becoming more discerning about what they're seeing art-wise. They're getting more discerning about music, and they're getting more discerning about if people are really there or just trying to, you know, rug you, right? So for that reason, we've taken 18 months to get this right. We spent 6 months in Hedera, getting to know all of the projects, getting to meet everybody, getting to find out what people like, what they don't like. And you know what's really great is that everyone in Hedera is so supportive of one another. And it's not like any other chain. No, it's not a chain, but it's not like any other community, because, you know, people have helped us and they've not asked for anything. You know? Like when we first started our project, people were wanting. We had people ask us they're like, can you give us, you know, it'll be 80 ETH. And I was like, 8 ETH? What? And they're like 80. And I'm like,
up front.
Seriously. Like we were like, to come on as marketing people or to be, and we're like, and we just couldn't believe like just how everybody bands together. It's amazing. And we feel like just because there's been a lot of also celebrity that have rugged in the past, and that you know, we've had to prove ourselves harder, and we're willing, you know, and we've done that, and we're willing to keep doing it because, you know, we really feel like because of, you know, being in the entertainment industry and in the music industry, that's great. There goes there. That's great. Bye, guys.
The sun just went out really fast.
Thanks a lot.
All the faces fall off, and you see the real us.
And then the light disappeared.
That's it.
It was all over.
Yeah. Shit going down now.
And back again in the room.
Yeah. Oh, you just hit the button. There we go.
Back in the room. I'm back in the room.
Perfect. Yeah, we can always edit that out if we need to.
Okay, cool.
Or we can keep it in because it's good.
Oh,
It's good.
yeah.
Yes.
So we just feel that, like, you know what I mean, but we're able to give back things that people wouldn't normally have access to, and that's super important for our community. Like, you know, we're having this. One of our utilities is having a celeb session Saturdays where, you know, let's say, you would never have access to a celebrity, famous director, producer, musician, writer. And we want to be able to do like a TED Talk or like a masterclass which is what we are going to be doing every Saturday, where, you know, our membership, our community will be able to, as their membership card, will be able to come into a space like this and be face to face with that person and be able to ask them questions and learn from them. I wish I had a mentor when I was coming up in the business to be able to have some inside information and to know ins and outs of things. And, you know, we're hoping that maybe we can help youth find careers that they wouldn't normally, you know
and also
they were
figure out who they are, because like one of our messages, celebrating your individuality, celebrating what makes you different. And we partner with an amazing charity called Free to Love, who are anti-bullying and about celebrating who you are, right?
And mental health awareness. And that's really big for us as well.
Yeah, it's a very big thing for us as well.
Yeah.
Especially in this industry.
Especially after doing a collection for 2 years.
Yeah, it's amazing for sure. It's like there's not much mental health left.
We have actually all been on the floor at some point.
Yeah, every other day. That's like that. We take turns. We're like, you pick the day that you're going to have a breakdown, because all three of us can't do it at the same time. Yeah. So everyone pick a day that you want to have your breakdown.
You know, I mean, some days putting GM in a Twitter is really hard. You know, because you're like, I don't want to say good morning because I'm like, But I think we need more reality like that.
It's interesting though, don't you guys think that, like, when you don't realize, I think I've been stepping into mental health spaces recently a lot, and you feel like, because you're behind the computer all day long, and because of obviously with COVID and everything, and everyone kind of not being in an office or whatever, you feel like sometimes like you're alone, you know, like maybe a lot of times. But then when you step into these spaces, you realize how many people are on the same page.
Yeah,
of course.
And it's really
and it starts a conversation.
Yeah, and we need that. You know,
you feel welcomed.
I think more than ever.
You feel welcome, and that is
not judged.
Community. That's
not judged. Yeah. That's super important. So that's a big thing for us. As a membership, you know, we do not tolerate any. You know, it's no bullying, no judgment, no prejudice, zero fucks given. I hope we can swear on this because I've been doing it.
We don't care about YouTube.
Rocking your individuality.
Yeah, and just really celebrating everyone's differences. You know, so that's
especially if they're like mine.
Well,
especially if they're like yours. We want to be unique.
We've also partnered with Tuned FM.
Tuned
FM. You know who them are, right? I mean, like, I love that. I love what he's trying to do there, because, like, first of all,
Andrew's amazing.
You're going to pay an artist the worth for what their work is, and it's again, connecting directly with people. So Luciana's going to be the first person on there to put a music in a
to launch,
next week, and we're super excited about that. And we're going to be putting some of her unreleased stuff on there soon.
Oh wow!
We just did a couple of really great collabs actually with music. Yeah, we just had our first. So we're not even letting you guys ask questions. We just
it's okay.
Keep doing your thing, because the more like a lot, you've already answered a lot of the questions I was going to ask anyway. So you guys can just keep doing your thing.
And go.
No, I'd like you to continue with that partnership that you
just
made.
This long stream of consciousness is perfect.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah.
I might just say I usually look in people's eyes, but your hat's throwing me off.
He's got 4 eyes, doesn't he?
Yeah, we'll just do like one of those.
That's brilliant.
Maybe that can be like a new art piece, because like we can have like the phone camera hiding the person.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yesterday, we did a collab with koalas, Koala Hash Club, and we basically we just fell in love with them and their what they're doing for the koala sanctuaries in Australia and everything. And so
they're great guys.
Yeah, they really are. And so Luch got really excited, and so we donated 4 pieces to them. And we had an auction yesterday. We had a giveaway, and then we had 2 giveaways, and then we had 2 auctions. And I will say that our one that didn't have music attached to it, that was animated, went for 5,500 HBAR. And then the one that Nick personally wrote a song for koalas called My Tribe, Your Tribe, that went for 18,000. What was it? 18,000?
17,900.
Oh, no, it was more than that, wasn't it? It was 18,650, I think.
That was the end. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So
fabulous.
It was $900. We were so excited. That obviously all went to the koala sanctuary. We donated everything.
So cool.
Sanctuary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yes.
And we've done another one for
Local lizards.
which we're going to.
That's going to be next week. This week coming up at the end of the week. Yeah.
And it's really nice to be able to kind of put something original music wise to these things and like make them move, because like it shows what I think it shows what you can do if you really kind of put your creative head to it. It's really exciting. I mean, today in our Discord, the guy, Blue Dog, is it? He said, how many people have got this track? I said, just you.
It hasn't even been released yet. Yeah.
It's so nice to be able to do that for somebody. It's like,
you can be like Martin Shkreli with that one Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
Exactly. That would be nice. Yeah.
So it's really just fun to donate these things and give back and give people, things like, they're like, are you guys seriously going to do that? And we're like, yeah, why wouldn't we? You know what I mean? Like, it's fun.
There's also the gaming aspect. You want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah. So we're also going to we are based on the Clubbers, the Royal Clubbers cars, because these are
question.
cars.
What's next?
I know, I'm reading your mind.
What's next?
We're creating a gaming site as well. That's going to be, it's a gaming site where our members will be able to earn some passive income also off of the gaming, which is going to be a card game based on the Royal Clubbers.
Go a little more into that if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just decided that we were like, there's for us, I don't know. To me, I don't understand collections that have no utilities in that. I mean, the point is people are supporting you, and it's not, especially in these times and a lot of, it's like, it's money to people. Everyone's struggling, especially after COVID and everything. So we're like, how can you not give back to people? What's the point then? It's not, yes, everyone, we've been working for a long time. And yes, we have investors that we need to pay back, and which are our friends. So the pressure's on. But it's not just about making money. It's really about how can you pay it forward and how can you give back? And so we thought, who doesn't need some passive income? You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that you're going to get rich on it unless a lot of people, just feel that they need to, do the game. I don't want to call it gaming.
Is that a different voice?
I did. I was using one of my characters there. Okay.
That
just came out
different character.
Like Sybil.
It was like you was possessed.
Yes. Okay.
Well, that's a lot of people.
I mean, I have played a possessed person in the past. Okay. Thank you.
That's a lot of people.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes we just go off on tangent. Nick and I have a lot of fights.
I mean, that happens. Seems as if you guys are just one big family, and with all families there comes arguments and ups and downs.
So it's just like friends working together, and it just feels really nice. And it's been really hard, but the product's great. The product's really good, and we know that we've got a nice vibe.
We did
we got a good team now. So.
Yeah, every time I think we thought we were ready, we realised we wasn't.
Yeah,
and I think that when you're doing a collection, you've only really you got to get it right. You can't mess it up and then drop and then afterwards try and fix it.
We're also all very much perfectionists too. So it's like I really do feel like our art is her art is on another level, and we are like, because we've had so many iterations, and it's just really important because. I guess that comes with the business that we're in, is that you have to always be better.
And also the space moves really fast, doesn't it? You think about where we were a year ago, and now like everyone's super excited, it feels like this optimism, HBAR is going up, and it's like, this is the year. Like, just a few months ago, it's like, what's going to happen?
Doomsday.
So like, this space moves really fast. And I think that as an artist, as a creative person, you need to pulsate and react to that.
Yeah. Oh, pulsate.
Pulsate.
Oh, big Sunday word.
Can I pulsate on you later? Thank you.
Save that for late night.
So you're like, guys, can you
that sounds like a song, doesn't it?
People say on you.
Nick, I like your point there, that what you said though, because I mean, it definitely helps though, just being on Hedera's network with using the hash graph technology, especially just because it provides a sense of stability, really, with where you're creating your NFT project on. Because regardless of the price fluctuations and stuff, the hash graph network and the technology behind the hash graph is just not going anywhere. I mean, there's too many big enterprise corporations behind it already, such as like Google, that are still supporting it, and they're just going to onboard more and more big tech companies. Really,
I mean, we're actually considering our second collection, donating that to the
10,000 collection, 10,000. So that we can onboard 10,000 people to Hedera.
It'd be incredible.
Because
incredible.
It's incredible that it's not bigger. When you really find out about Hedera, it's like it's like this amazing secret. You know,
I'm happy it's not bigger.
So
we're going to blow it up out the water this year, though.
Exactly.
Maybe use the collection. So if you set up a wallet, right, then you get a free NFT, something basically simple like that.
Yeah, we're working out the details now, and we're talking about it, but that's a possibility for sure, because it's such an amazing, it is the future. I mean, honestly, it really is. I mean, I'm not knocking any other, but it is. It is. Actually, Nick actually has a song that is the.
Yes,
Hedera
Welcome
song.
to the Future. We sent it into Hedera this week. We think it should be the song for because Hedera needs its own song. You know,
it's so good.
It needs a jingle.
It's
got a good point.
Good.
Have it. So we're going to start a whole campaign for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think one thing that's really going to help sort of grow the adoption of HBAR is just this huge influx of collaboration and also building of platforms. So, for instance, Vicente of Vicizi is building basically like a launch pad for people to produce and create music and stuff in a metaverse setting and do live events and that kind of thing. And then you have people like Illuminati Congo, who's a great rapper, and then he creates raps like this about random HBAR stuff. I'm like, I have no idea how he does it. It's great. And then now we have you guys too with this whole sort of ecosystem around having basically a club, and then being able to talk to celebrities and stuff. You guys obviously have the star power and the creative talent to make something like that happen. So I think it's just only a matter of time before more and more people sort of catch on.
I think so too. And I think in some ways the way that they're doing it is, they want to have a lot of great use cases and not jump the gun, which is actually really smart. I mean, I think they could speed it up a little bit, and we're here to help do that. but we're happy to do that. Do you know what I mean? Because that's when we just really are in love with everything about Hedera, and it just keeps getting better and better as every day that we discover stuff. It's very humbling, actually, because we're not used to that. Do you know what I mean? It's where we are is very cutthroat, and you have to have really thick skin.
It's funny. I was thinking today about over our journey.
Yeah,
we had some real shitty times when I thought
I still have them every day.
Yeah, how the fuck are we going to see this through? And is it the smart thing to do? But all of that journey led us to Hedera, which we probably wouldn't have.
We would have considered.
We wouldn't have discovered it because we would have, we didn't. It just the roads led to here.
Yeah.
And I think what's really weird is sometimes you have to kind of go like this kind of convoluted path to get where you was always supposed to be. And it might at the time seem really fucking hard, but I think that's the lesson for life, really. And I'm really glad where we're at with the excitement that's happening. But if you'd asked me a year ago, I would have said, fuck, I don't know. It's really, really hard to stay creative.
Yeah.
To stay creative when things are difficult.
Yeah, just stay consistently positive as well within it. But it's like
and focused.
Jen said earlier.
Yes.
Exactly. But so we do pick our days to have full on breakdowns. So your breakdown day is the Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mine's Friday afternoon. So if we could just make sure that we correlate our time.
Yeah, the group cry sessions this time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, you know, but yeah, here we are. And it's all like amazing and exciting.
Yeah.
That is very exciting. And we're happy to have you here on HBAR's network. Because I'm a firm believer of everything happening for a reason. So, I mean, all the hard times that you do go through and stuff, there's truly an end goal to it all. And I mean, regardless of what you already had to go through, I think there was a reason for it. Obviously, it led you to HBAR. And kind of like what you're saying about how your industry is a cutthroat industry, I feel as if that's the same way with Ethereum and just trying to create an NFT project on Ethereum. Solana is a little bit more different. I don't think it's as big as Ethereum, but yes, it is still cutthroat. But
it is.
It's
also very much of just flipping.
People are always just trying to make money left and right, regardless of the project and what they're trying to provide. And HBAR is completely different. People are here to support the project creators because they really believe that what these people are trying to provide is some form of value that will actually benefit them down the road. And that's why they hold on to their NFTs.
Yeah. That's what I was saying about it being very humbling is that every spaces that I've jumped into, I learned something from. And I think that's kind of, if you're really there to learn and to grow, I think every creator and co-founder should take it as you can learn something every day from somebody.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? You don't know everything.
Regardless of the person.
Exactly.
And you in spaces and no one's trying to show anything.
Yeah.
That's really weird. You know, everyone's just kind of exchanging information, catching up, and there's no one coming in going, trying to give you some shit.
Reading their white paper. It's like, oh my God, I can't get that time back. Sorry, I just did it again. I'm so sorry. God in heaven, I keep doing that.
You should keep doing it. It's what makes you fabulous.
Okay.
Now, what I'm really curious about is the VIP access to real life celebrity events that you guys will be giving away.
Yeah.
So could you?
So one of them is that every Saturday there will be, as a member, you'll be able to have access to that person. Also, we have a charity event that we're going to do once a year where our members will be able to submit a piece of art. And then the community will vote on 50 of those pieces, around 50, somewhere around there. That's kind of the number that we started with. And then those people will actually have their art auctioned out at a real life celebrity charity auction event, either in LA or Las Vegas. It'll be once a year. And then half of the proceeds will go back to the artist because they deserve it. So it's not, and then a portion of the proceeds will go to Free to Love. Because it's that charity event for them. We're very fortunate with Free to Love that they have a big celebrity ambassadorship as well. And everything about them fits so perfectly. They're just really cool people. Like they just get it. And they're really like down to earth, really fun to be around. And yet they're saving kids' lives every single day. I mean, honestly, the stories that they tell us of people wanting to commit suicide, or them, they do it they have a book called Express It, and they go in when kids are locked down, and have never experienced anything about creating and being important enough that somebody comes in and gives them something and says, talk about yourself. Let's hear about you. Let's celebrate you. And it's pretty amazing to see. So it was just, for us, it was a no-brainer. And the synergy was great. And then they made Luch a celebrity ambassador. And one of my really good friends is an Emmy-nominated actor, and he's also one of their ambassadors. And they have people like Carmen Electra and I'm drawing a blank now. That's great. Mayim Bialik. If you look on their website, they have a really great network of people, and we're really happy to be a part of that for sure, because there's no room for anyone to be bullied. Like, that's one of my biggest things. I know it's one of Nick's biggest things. Luch doesn't care. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't care about
but I just don't tolerate that ever. Like, I can't handle it. Like, if somebody gets bullied, It's just like, I will step in. I don't care if I'm in line at CVS. I will start a whole thing. I'm like, there's no room for that. Like it's just it's not tolerated. And so it was really important for us to, be able to wrap our brains around that and to be there and support any way that we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all human.
Exactly. We all came from the same place. We all, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your career is, how much money you have. That's just stuff. Do you know what I mean?
I think the other thing is there's so much pressure nowadays on everyone being like everybody else. You know, like if you look at like the talent shows that are on TV, for singers, they all dress them, they get styled, they dress the same, they sing the same, and they move the same, and some of the people that I really like are kind of weird. Right, I think of people like David Bowie or like Skrillex or whatever. They don't fit, right? So there's a lot of pressure for us to all look and be the same, and that's not really how we're supposed to be. We're all supposed to celebrate who we are, right? And that's one of the things we want to do in some of these talks is to kind of help people find out what it is that makes them unique.
We like to call our community the rebellious nerds because that's what we are.
Nerds are cool.
Yeah, we are. Kind of nerds. And the other thing as well, make sure your art and your music is really good because there's a lot of shit out there, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I could have a turd, but if I pixelate it, suddenly, wow.
A pixelated turd.
Pixel turds.
There you go.
Pixel turds.
Yeah.
Hey, that's drop 2.
There you go. Get ready.
That's actually brilliant. I might do it.
Yeah, trademark that.
Oh my God, it's really good.
We actually want to take a moment we got a bit of a competition, right? You wanted to tell everyone about what it's called.
Oh, yeah. We just wanted to say, if you guys, anybody that's watching this, if you go and jump into our Discord and you say that you saw us on All Kings Show, you will get an immediate whitelist spot, and then you'll be in a drawing for the OG champagne bottle, which gives you, I mean, obviously, if you just see, like, we have so many things that we're giving away, that we're doing. Like, I'm so excited about. It's big. I just ripped my pair of my jeans off.
Yeah, that's I saw you doing that.
A mid-roll giveaway.
Yeah, there you go.
Guys, this is going to be part of the giveaway.
I'm so excited ripping my jeans off.
Put that in an envelope and send it to
there you
the
go.
winner.
I'll sign it.
Take a picture of it and make it an NFT.
Yeah.
Exactly. Luke's just going to draw a little face on there.
Denim.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, pixel denim.
But yeah, just jump in the Discord and say that you saw us on All Kings and it's at the OG champagne bottle is it's
just put in a support ticket.
Put it in the support ticket and Richter will take care of you. So yeah.
Very cool.
That's great. People love giveaways, cool. That's for sure.
People do love a giveaway.
And let me tell you something, these champagne bottles are like, they're really cool. Selling. Yeah. The nice thing is that the amount that we've given away and people are really holding on to them because they see the value that they're getting from them. I mean, just alone. I mean, like just a little hint. I mean, that $900 music NFT.
Are you taking some more denim down?
I'm not. I'm going to pull off another piece so you can make a full body.
Sorry, I interrupted. That $900.
I mean, just an example. I mean, there might be, if you end up an OG, there might be something like that gets airdropped to you very soon.
Free shit.
If you know, you know.
That's right.
When you know, you know.
Yeah. You guys have a shit. Did Richter send you guys a champagne bottle?
He might have. I know he sent us so many things in the past, like local lizards and stuff of that nature, but he might have sent me one. I'll have to check after this.
You guys are getting one for sure.
How great is local?
Yeah,
isn't local lizards art great?
Yeah,
I love them.
Amazing.
I mean, you look at
so
it.
Good.
Fuck, that's really cool.
It's so creative.
I love it when you see something you think
it makes you go loco.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've seen some of the clips of the videos. They've been videoing people.
Hilarious.
And they're going to be sharing that as part of their community. It's really funny. Richter's going out there to DJ, so we'll probably never hear from him again.
No, we're going over.
She's going to perform with them.
I'm going to be DJing.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
That's
that.
true.
I've made myself available. I'm like, yes, I'm around in summer. When in summer, anytime you need me.
Yeah.
The last time I was in Ibiza, I met a guy in a bar, and he was just standing. And I said, "Are you okay?" But he goes, I just want a hug from my mum.
Oh, bless.
And I said,
Because he was so fucked up.
He was so fucked up. And he
She's
goes,
like, oh, bless
I just
him.
want a hug from my mum. I goes, okay, come this way. Come over here. Yeah.
Did you give him the hug?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I did not.
That's a
Nick's like, no, I can't do this. I'm your dad.
I ain't your daddy. I ain't your mom. I'm your daddy. Oh my God, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Anyway, before we was on air, you told me, Tate, that one of your favourite songs was "We Own the Night," which we did with Tiesto and who else was it? Was it Joey?
Wolfgang Gardner.
Yeah, it was RG that said that.
Yeah, sorry, RG. So Luciana promised to tell you how she met Tiesto.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm in a restaurant, and it's my birthday, and it's in LA, and we're just eating, and one of my friends is like a bit of a sex addict, so we're talking at the dinner table, and he was like, "Yeah, man," and she was like, "I just want to take my." She was so into me. She said to me, "I'm not wearing any panties right now," and I was like, "Oh, that's a really good line for a lyric." Don't know why I thought that, but I thought that's a great line for a lyric. Hang on a minute, I'm just going to write that down in my notes. So I'd put that down on my notes on my phone in notes. So that was that. So then we finished the meal, and then we walk outside, and then my other friend says to me, "There's Tiesto." He goes, "You've got to go and speak to him." I'm like, I can't. Being British, I said, I can't. I feel embarrassed. He goes, "You have to." He goes, "If you don't go and speak to him, I'm going to go and push you in his face." So I went, "Oh, okay." So I went to speak to him, and I went, "Hi, are you Tiesto?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I went, "Oh, okay, my name's Luciana, and I did a track with Body Rocks called Yeah, Yeah, and it was quite a big track. I don't know if you know it." He went, "Yeah, it's one of my favourite tracks. I really love it. I play it all the time." And I'm like, "Great." I said, "Oh, can I send you an a cappella?"
Oh, that means vocals.
A vocal. Can I send you an a cappella? Because I've got a really cool a cappella. And he said, "Yeah, all right, cool." So I went, "Okay, great." He goes, "Do you want to take my number?" I went, "Yeah." Okay. So I said, "It's my phone." So I gave him my phone, pressed notes, not thinking, and it says on the notes, "I'm not wearing any panties." Right? And he goes, so he's about to type his number in, and he goes, and he just does this face to me. He went, and I went, "Oh, that's not for you. I'm trying to have sex with you or anything. I just want your phone number." That was about something else. He went, but anyway, it was a moment. But then from that, it wasn't a great moment. But from that, we did We Own the Night. So that was cool.
We didn't do the song "I'm Not Wearing Any Panties."
Not wearing any panties.
But she didn't wear any panties when she did the song with him then either. So.
Yeah, I didn't wear any panties when I had
I
sex
think you
with
might
him.
as well not.
Yeah.
Oh my!
But that's a funny story,
So
isn't
that
it?
song, you're never
Incredible,
going to
guys.
same way
Yeah.
again, really.
Yeah.
It was honestly, his face was like really like disturbed.
Because he thought that's what it was. He thought that's what.
She was hitting on
He
him.
thought I
Yeah.
was hitting on it. He was like so embarrassed. Hey, Tiesto, I'm not wearing any panties.
I love that she went, "Oh no, I didn't mean that.
That's
Not
not
for
for
you.
you.
It's somebody else. That's for the waiter."
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my God. But isn't that lovely how that like awfulness, then that track happened. And then Kashmir had it on repeat.
He'll never forget it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I love that. So
Definitely.
So you used to dance to that in college, you said?
In high school.
In high school? Oh my God.
So yeah, so this is when Swedish House Mafia was really big, and Knife Party and Feed Me and all of them. I mean, some of them are still really big, but
Yeah, we did a song with Swedish House Mafia for an artist called Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, we wrote Cupid Boy.
Who's like England's Britney, I suppose, even though she's from Australia. Yeah, but
That was lovely.
it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that was weird what you just said.
That was weird. Was she wearing any panties?
I guess not.
Oh my God. Right, you ask us a question.
Yes. I actually had one lined up. So we have one from one of our community members in our Discord. We allow our community to basically ask us any questions that they have for any projects that we host or creators that we host, if they are interested. And a man by the name of GS Nerd, you've probably seen him in some Twitter spaces here and there. He asked, does your roadmap depend on your project selling out?
Oh,
That's a really
really good question.
Yeah.
Well,
is he wearing any panties?
I don't think he is.
I'll give that before he answers.
just send that message back. They want to know first.
They want to know first, and then they'll answer about the profile.
You know what? I think that's a hard question to answer, because I do believe that we're going to sell out, because I feel that we have a lot to offer and a lot to give back. So if we didn't, it's going to depend on, we have things lined up, but again, things do run on funds. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And we do, so it's, no, we would never go, oh, we sold out, 75%. So you guys get nothing. Like, no, you know what I mean? That would be ridiculous. We want to be able to build this community and have it be long-standing. I mean, for me, I don't have kids and I'm not married. Any takers out there? No, I'm just kidding. God, I have such a horrible.
You got time to it.
Yeah.
You're shitting yourself.
I am. That's how pathetic I am.
Really
total shillification.
Yeah, there's no shame in my game.
No shame in chilling.
Yeah.
Funny book.
No shame in chilling by Luciana. Sorry, back to your question. This is kind of like, I want to leave some type of legacy. So this is long term. We're building a company. We're fully doxed, we're incorporated, all of that stuff. We're not going anywhere. So
we're working on the third collection right now.
Yeah.
Like, we've got the second collection done. We're working on ideas for the third collection, music wise. I think that anyone that says their roadmap is cast in stone no matter what
is lying
to you, because like things change and you have to
adjust.
You have to adjust.
Yeah.
So like, are we going to be doing a celeb Saturdays? Yes, we are. Are we going to tweak things as we go? Absolutely, we are, because I think that that's important to react to your community. Otherwise, you just might as well be a robot, right?
And sometimes things don't work out with other people, and sometimes you go, okay, we thought this was a good idea at the time, but it's kind of things changed in the business, so we are adjusting, but we always want to try to make things better. We'll never go, oh, we're going to take all these things off of there. That just doesn't. Anything that we've talked about in spaces or anything that any of our utilities are things that we've already looked into partnering with people about. It's not just an idea. We've actually already had meetings. We've actually had, we've got something regarding a travel company that we've been in talks with. So it's things that we're at. This is not Scott, the coding genius. This is Ron. This is my boyfriend. Yeah.
Ronnie likes to take minutes.
Yes.
So just allow him to.
The dog that Wookiee was based off of. This is the dog. Yeah.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks for your appearance. We appreciate it. Diva. So, it's super important to know that we're constantly adjusting, but we always want to add to the roadmap. We always want to make it better. We want to, we want to be able to give back as much as we can. So,
one of the ideas we have is we've got a metaverse architect that's building amazing structures that you can put into any metaverse.
Yeah, he designed all the Barney's New York.
And we could have a theme night. It could be Pasha. It could be whatever. And if you have one of our NFTs, then you can have the same avatar in the metaverse.
You can become that avatar. Yeah.
But there's only us and our small team around us at the moment. So there's only so much time in a day. You know what it's like. You have to focus on the thing that's directly ahead of you and make sure that is as good as it can be.
Yeah.
You can't slip up with anything. So right now, the music that we're putting out with these special pieces is amazing. The art is amazing. Everything that we do, we want it to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I've got grey hair.
Well,
and that's why we have our breakdowns.
Yeah. So one of our other utilities is that, with the Royal Clubbers, is if you get something that's called a Joker's Flush, this is what we named it, because the deck of cards right now for the first drop is Jack 10, Queen, King, Ace, and Joker. So if you get a Joker's Flush in the same suit, the first 18 people to get that will win the moving NFT with an unreleased track attached to it. Then they will go into a drawing and they will be able to have the opportunity to have an actual physical piece of artwork created by Luciana. And when I say this, I mean she rents a Home Depot truck, which is the funniest shit you've ever seen, and goes and gets wood and makes the frames in her studio. So they can see it. And so she'll be able to make that NFT, create it. It's fully resin. It's worth thousands of dollars, and it will end up on your doorstep at your home. So that's one of the. So that also takes up time. So this is the last time that you will see her in public until 2030.
That's what I'm saying. I've gone and put my own shoes on. Paint.
Yeah.
But this one that he's bringing into you is originally from.
This is from the original collection.
Yeah, 50 Ways.
This is an example. This was a moving. This is Stan Hogg, and this was a moving NFT. And then she actually makes that, and then it will be sent to your house. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Wow.
So all of these things, it's like when you have only
a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, it's, you know what I mean? And still like, trying to do our careers and trying to, I mean, we've really taken time out to focus on this, but, it was important that we all do the work, not saying, oh, hey guys, yeah, we're just going to put our name in front of it. And then behind the scenes, we have, people doing all this stuff, because that's just not acceptable.
This isn't really a part-time. I think anyone in the NFT space knows you can't do it part-time.
It's not a hobby.
It's totally 100%.
Right? I mean, first of all, there's all the collaborations, all the meetings you have to take, all the networking you have to do, which is super important. Then you've actually got to do the creativity. Then you have to do your strategy. So it's super exciting. It's super exciting, but you have to pay attention. Right? You have to pay attention, and and people spot you if you bullshit or if you're faking anyway. People are super smart, and they see straight through it. I mean, I know I do. When we're in the space, and you can hear when someone's bullshitting straight away. Yeah, and it can just be one little thing that it's not consistent, because consistency is super important. But I think now that the market's picking up again, I think people have learned the lesson about really checking out projects, really going through it and seeing if everything makes sense, and being more choosy, more discerning, not just about trying to make money quickly,
Also, I think if you can stay in this bear market, basically what the bear market did was weed out the shit. You know what I mean? Like, really.
It still is doing that. I don't think it's over. I
don't think so either. I think even though we're creeping back up, we're going to hit another rough patch. Yeah. But I mean, I do feel like that the NFT market is, 6 months ahead of the crypto market. And so that's a good thing for us. But also with Hedera, I think it's a little bit different too, because if you look at the trading that's gone on Hedera, even through this bear market, it's much more successful than other collections. And that's another thing that's so amazing about it, is that, and that comes with the support. Everyone's supporting each other, instead of fighting each other or trying to one-up each other. Or, it's easy for collections that made it in the bull market and that have millions and millions and millions of dollars to then go, oh, we're not going to do any more royalties and blah, blah, blah. Well, thanks a lot, because the people that are trying to work their ass off, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, are you going to give all that royalty money back then? No, don't think. Oh, here we go again. Sorry, it's happening again. I'm so sorry. God in heaven. But
no, you're right, though.
It's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, you can't, if we band together and said because I don't like that. I don't like when people are like multimillionaires and then think that they can step up and go, we're going to do this. You're just doing that to make more money. You're not actually supporting people that are busting their butt and that are, I'm going to get in trouble for this, and that are working so hard and that are struggling, but they have talent. That's what this space is about. That's what, you know what I mean? This whole ecosystem is about. It's about giving people, everybody being in an equal playing field. And if you're talented and creative and you can withstand it, then you should be able to make money as well. You don't need to have millions and millions of dollars behind you. You don't need to have a bunch of corporations and all that stuff behind you to do that, to do what you're passionate about and to be creative and to be successful. Yeah. I like that, I'm going to get off my soapbox.
3 for you.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of, you explain that perfectly.
Question.
Yeah, you can put in the text if you want.
I'll send that help me now text over.
Yeah. Just don't open the notes app.
Oh my God.
So one of my last questions for you all is really kind of just simple. What's been one of the best things working together as a team, really? And then what's been one of the worst things? Because like we said, we all have ups and downs and stuff, and there can be hard times and there can be good times. But at the end of the day, you're going to get through all of that, and it's going to succeed regardless of those hard times or good times, as long as you stay consistent with it and you don't give up on your project. So I'm curious, what are some of the things that you're like, wow, although we might have went through the shit, we've also had these times that we've truly cherished.
Yeah. I think for me, doing it with your friends is, first of all, it feels like, although you've started a business, it feels easier because you can talk real. You don't have to become, like when you're first starting with new people, it's like a business.
You don't have to put on another face.
You don't have to put on anything. So that's immediately a lovely thing. Secondly, when you respect, like Jen's amazing. She's absolutely brilliant. And so is Nick.
Nick's shit.
And Nick's a bit shit. No.
He's not as good as Jen, but he'll do.
There was no way there was at no point no one was ever going to give up, even though there's been times where you think, fuck.
Yeah.
And it's been really tough, but the product's good, you're with your friends, and you know that you have something that's really special, and you know you've been working your, as we say in London, bollocks off. You've been working really hard to finalise this and also adapt to the heat as the market is moving around. And so that is a really lovely thing, knowing that you're solid. And then also to be able to continue to create and evolve as an artist. I really feel like I've evolved as a digital artist. So that's a lovely feeling for me. And like I said, just working with these two and knowing that we've got this. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We got it and we're tight and it feels good. Yeah. So that's good. So, and then I don't really feel like, even though there was moments, those don't come close to the good moments. You look past them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're only minute in comparison to the actual good that's happening.
That's good.
I think what's great about this is you understand what community means, real community.
Well, that's good.
But with that community comes, it sounds like Spider-Man now, but comes responsibility. Because like you know that you're standing behind something that you created and that you're talking about with your utilities, right? So you want to make sure that everything that you're doing is as you say, right? And so that's a pressure. So that's a real pressure, because when I write music, I can put the song out, you can buy it or not buy it, or like it or not like it. That's the end of it. But with this, there's no like, you don't have to like my product or whatever, but here you know that people are watching you and believing in what you're saying.
Especially if you put your face on it.
Right, you're supporting it, so that's pressure.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
That's hard. You have to be. That makes you work harder. Yeah, and so that's kind of like
that's good. Yeah, it makes you work hard. That's positive.
So that sometimes that's tough.
Because we're being fully doxxed. Do you know what I mean? Like we're not like when we see people that aren't. It's like we couldn't run away if we wanted to.
Oh no, I mean?
Like and so, but we're owning all that. Like. My motto has always been, if it inspires me and scares the shit out of me, I'm in. So, and this has done both because I didn't know this space 2 years ago at all. If somebody would have told me that, I was like, no, not interested. No.
I mean, when we started 50 Ways to Be a Clubber, I said, listen, I don't mind what we do as long as we don't have to do any Discord. Because I don't know what that is. It's confusing. I don't like it. It's horrible.
And then he showed me.
Now we live in it.
Now we live in it.
24 hours a day.
Yeah. Nick and Jen showed me CryptoPunks, and I'm like, and I never understood what NFTs were, and I'm like, first of all, what the fuck does fungible mean? And then when I saw the CryptoPunks, I was like,
who would buy this?
Who would buy these? Well, who would buy these, and why didn't I fucking buy two?
True.
How amazing to be just so fucking, like anti-company, anti-corporation.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything that we do on
everything I wanted to be part of.
And the other thing I just want to say about hedera is like, you know, if you've seen like Nifty Gateway, Super Rare and stuff, you know, like when they first started, there was like all these kind of street people on there, and then as everything kind of blew up, it was just celebrities. You know, Mike Tyson's stuff's on there, or someone else, right? And it was like, fuck, you know, what happened to the real artists? You know, why has it become so
where's the DJs?
Clicky? You know, and like, and I feel like that's really not what this space is about. It's about real creativity, right? So that's another reason why hedera rocks. Really.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Hashtag hedera rocks.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
There you go.
I think it's all just this experience has made all of us. Listen, we've gotten into. I mean, there's probably about 3 or 4 times where Nick and I don't speak for a week.
Well,
all right, dial it down there, buddy. But we're so similar, and we get into these. But we've every single time we learn about each other so much, and we learn about ourselves. And so I have learned to bet on myself every day.
Oh, I love that, Jen.
Every day.
I love what you just said there.
Because you have to.
Yeah.
It's like everybody
Confidence
wants
is key.
to bet on other things, but if you can't bet on yourself, you can't really bet on anything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Does that
I like
answer
that a
your
lot.
question?
Definitely,
They're
yeah.
good questions.
Great answers all around.
Thank you,
Drop the
Albuquerque.
There's lots of structure behind you all, although there might be a lot of chaos, it seems, in this podcast. But I truly appreciate you all coming here. And the team just is very well-rounded, as it seems. Because it seems as if you all can bounce off each other very well. And it's not like you're just beating each other up the whole entire time.
We all have,
Just some of the time.
Although it may seem like it, we really, I mean, like it's the nice thing is that we all have our really special gifts. And so it's so nice to have a team that is literally, we've created this wheel that is.
and we all have our own roles. So
and
Exactly.
so, and we
Not do what she
it's
does.
super important. And I could never do the art, never.
It makes sense. And I'm very happy to go and just put my overalls on and be alone in a room.
Yeah, because that's your sanctuary.
Take each other's, opinions into consideration. I mean, I don't, at the end of the day, I have the final say, but.
That's a bold remark.
I do let them talk.
I do pretend to listen.
That's great. Well, Corbin.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been
Of
really
course.
You guys are amazing. It was so much fun. Really appreciate it.
Glad you all enjoyed. Corbin, do you have any more questions by chance?
I have one that I've been trying to figure out how to word. So I'll just kind of word vomit it out and you'll probably get it.
Jen, what's your phone number?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll have her interpret for me.
I don't know how to say this. How do I say it?
But no, so my question is, if you have an active deal with a record company, your typical record deal, right? And you want to release music NFTs, or maybe have some sort of unreleased song that you've created that isn't going to be on the album, but you just want to have, to be released. Do typically the record companies, do they frown upon that? Is that like possibly?
Well, listen, I mean, if you think about this, when you first sign a record company, they would invest in you, they would promote you, and they would make either CD or vinyl, right? Nowadays, what are they doing? If they're gonna promote you, well, you can do that yourself if you've got a great social media structure. And they're not making anything physical; it's just a download. So you can record at home, you can record with your friends. So a record company, they don't want you to do this. They want to funnel everything through them, right? And the best you're going to get is 50% of the money that you make. A lot of the bigger companies,
deals.
they take maybe 80%, and they take 80% of your live earnings. They take 80% of your merchandise, right? So you're getting 20% of what you make. So if you really want that and they're going to tie you in, that's great. But, a lot of artists now, they're doing it independently through TuneCore. They're putting their stuff through Spotify. And I feel like I really encourage people to just, my dog's crying. So can you shut the fuck up, right? And play with me. Because I feel like it's better to promote yourself, create your own profile. And if you want to work with a record company, then you can dictate your terms.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people sign deals. I've signed them in the past, and they sound great, but you can't get out of them. You're still in 4 years
they
later.
Own you.
They own you.
That's happened to us.
How many times have you heard that from successful artists? Because at the beginning, you just want to be famous.
You just
be famous.
all you get done is like kept in a holding pattern, and then wait until that.
Literally was signed to Sony, and she was in this holding pattern, and she was so frustrated because they didn't want to do anything that she wanted. She said, "I feel like you signed chocolate swirl, but you want me to be vanilla."
And then that's what I said. And then she went, "Listen, I can easily put you to the bottom of the pile. I've got 56 acts here." And I went, "Fair enough.
I take back the chocolate.
I'll shut my mouth."
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like if you look at like what you can do in terms of, like I get residual checks that are less than the stamp on the envelope sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, really?
That's true. Yeah. And I'm like, can I cash this? Get out of here. It's like for 8 cents sometimes.
8 cents, please.
And so it's like, I think about, like, I want to direct a movie and I want to put it out on an NFT. And let's say I charge $1 for that and 1 million people download it. That money's going to me and I can do better things with it. If I did that through a studio, I'm not going to see anything. You know what I mean? Ron, do you want to add?
Do you want to come in and just talk?
So, you know what I mean? It's just like, there's not saying that, like, there's enough room for everybody to be creative and also be successful. You just have to be smart about it. And you have that's not knocking saying you shouldn't go through a studio. You shouldn't do this. You should go through a record company, but you got to look at how are you going to support yourself? How are you going to take care of yourself?
Billie Eilish,
and how is it going to be fair? Is it fair to take 80% of somebody's money?
Billie Eilish did it at home, right? Music at home. Lords did the music at home.
Yeah,
and then the record companies came and got involved afterwards. So I think being able to put it out, I mean, I can tell straight away if someone likes it or not because they tell me. Do you know what I mean? And it hasn't cost me any money, And people are now, have massive social media profiles and they don't create anything.
Yeah.
So, it's there. It's just how much, like Jen said, invest in yourself, just really believe in yourself. Wasn't quite that word.
It was bet on yourself.
I think everyone's sort of becoming more of an entrepreneur. They've got an entrepreneurial mindset in this particular decade. So I feel like everyone's taking their own, being accountable for themselves. There's a lot more small businesses starting up. So, it's like the headspace has changed.
That's what NFT is all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about seizing it back for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Giving us back what's rightfully ours.
Can you
say that again?
I said giving us back what's rightfully ours, really.
Thank you. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, the greed has to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just,
everybody's out there to just try to money grab in their own ways.
What's nice about this space, it's like, and then when people say, oh, you know what I mean, you're going to get blackballed if you do this or whatever, it's like, why? You're doing the same damn thing. What? You know what I mean? What's the difference? You want an artist to come in and give you everything and take advantage of them, but you're going to bitch about it if they go and do it themselves? Come on now, Mr. Hypocrite.
Yeah.
Come on now, Mr. Hypocrite.
Let me list off. Like, that's just not like, it's because you also, you also have to have a good business sense as well. You can't just come in and be like, I'm just going to release an NFT and not have, first of all, you got to work your ass off because you're going to be working 10 times harder, but you also have to have a good business sense. So if you're a well-rounded person like that and you have all of that, you can do it and you can be successful and there should be nothing wrong with that.
Of course. And especially if you're transparent with your vision.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was kind of the bands playing in their garage when rap music first came out. It was exciting. It was kind of off the streets. And I feel like we're at a similar moment now, right? It feels like we're taking back control from all of the kind of big companies and all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And like,
cutting out the middleman.
That's really
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it is, and good, all power to us because we fucking deserve it. We've been, had all this shit for too long. And I really feel strongly about it. And if you're an artist or if you're a collector or whatever, this is where we're supposed to be. And like everything else just feels really old and really out of touch, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys talked to Vicente before?
No. Mm-mm.
Ooh, I'll get you guys in contact with him. He's a producer, like in LA, like full on. Like we still don't know who he is. We trying to guess.
Is he
We've been
elusive?
trying to guess. Yeah, because he's produced for Rihanna and stuff. So like he's pretty up there. So
I think she's great.
Yeah,
she's fabulous.
I just think
she's performing the halftime at the Super Bowl.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
This year?
God.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, good for her. That's awesome. I'm stoked to hear that.
Yeah, we're rooting for the Chargers this year.
Okay. I don't watch football, so
you know, the Rams.
More power to you.
Good luck with that.
Nice. I'm happy for you.
That's a pipe dream, but good luck.
Yeah, I need the Norm Macdonald sports hat. This is sports, the next measure.
Well, thank you all for coming on the Alt Kings podcast. We truly appreciate your time and just everything that you have in value.
Absolutely, for sure. Yes, jump in the Discord, guys. Say that you watched us on Alt Kings. Get on the whitelist and get your chance to win the free OG bottle service. Yes,
you heard it here first.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. Take care.
Bye, guys. Bye.
And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, this has been the Alt Kings podcast, and we'll see you next episode. Peace.
Bye.